Hi guys, welcome to my YouTube channel Proficiency Decoded. This channel helps in decoding the layers of knowledge with ease. Proficiency Decoded brings structured, thoughtful explanations to every topic.
Today, I will be explaining about cyber warfare. Cyber warfare refers to the use of digital attacks by one nation-state to disrupt the vital computer systems of another, aiming to cause damage, steal data, or disrupt operations. Cyber warfare plays a major role in modern conflicts. Let us start with the agenda first. We will be starting with an introduction to cyber warfare. Then proceed to the digital battlefield, followed by notable cyber attacks in history. Next, I will explain cybersecurity as national security, followed by cyber threats to critical infrastructure. Then explain the usage of artificial intelligence in cyber warfare, followed by international cyber norms and laws. And lastly, explain the future of cyber warfare.
Cyber warfare refers to the use of digital attacks by one nation-state to disrupt the vital computer systems of another, aiming to cause damage, steal data, or disrupt operations. Initially focused on espionage and website defacement, it has evolved to include sophisticated tactics like ransomware, infrastructure sabotage, and influence operations. This evolution reflects the growing dependency of societies on digital infrastructure, increasing the stakes and scope of potential conflicts. The convergence of emerging technologies now shapes modern conflicts. Artificial intelligence enables predictive threat analysis and autonomous cyber defense systems. The Internet of Things expands the attack surface by connecting critical infrastructure and everyday devices to the Internet, making them vulnerable to manipulation. Meanwhile, 5G networks increase the speed and complexity of data flow, creating new vectors for cyber attacks and requiring equally advanced defenses. As cyber threats become more persistent and disruptive, governments are incorporating cybersecurity as a key pillar of national defense. This involves establishing dedicated cyber commands, integrating cyber capabilities into military strategies, and forming international coalitions for information sharing. Cyber resilience is now considered essential to safeguarding national interests, economic stability, and democratic institutions. In the digital age, cyberspace has become a crucial battleground alongside land, sea, air, and space. It is a domain where conflicts can unfold without traditional weapons, allowing actors to infiltrate, disrupt, or destroy from afar. Governments and militaries now recognize cyberspace as a critical component of strategic planning and defense operations. Cyber attacks often blur the line between military and civilian domains. While military networks and defense systems are prime targets, attackers also frequently go after civilian infrastructure like hospitals, power plants, financial institutions, and communication networks. These attacks can destabilize entire societies and undermine public trust, even without physical destruction. Compared to conventional warfare, cyber attacks require fewer resources and can be launched anonymously. A small group of skilled hackers can cause disproportionate damage, disrupt economies, or manipulate public opinion at a fraction of the cost of traditional military operations. This asymmetry makes cyber tools attractive to both state and non-state actors. Stuxnet, Iran, 2010. A joint US-Israeli cyber operation that sabotaged Iran's Natanz nuclear facility. It used a sophisticated worm to infiltrate industrial control systems, causing physical damage to uranium centrifuges. It marked the first known instance of malware causing real-world physical destruction. SolarWinds attack. A major supply chain attack where Russian state-linked hackers compromised SolarWinds Orion software updates. This affected thousands of organizations, including US government agencies. The attack demonstrated how vulnerabilities in widely used software can lead to massive, stealthy breaches with long-term espionage implications. WannaCry ransomware. Attributed to North Korean hackers, this ransomware spread rapidly using a leaked NSA exploit called Eternal Blue. It encrypted files and demanded Bitcoin's payment to unlock them. It severely impacted hospitals in the UK, FedEx, and thousands of systems in over 150 countries. So, what were the lessons learned from these attacks? These events underscored the importance of timely software updates and patching, secure supply chain practices, public-private intelligence sharing, and the establishment of international norms and response protocols to cyber incidents. They also demonstrated that cyber warfare can inflict strategic, economic, and humanitarian damage. Governments now recognize that cyber threats pose risks to national sovereignty, economic stability, and public safety. Cybersecurity is integrated into national defense strategies, with dedicated departments and resources committed to securing digital borders alongside physical ones. Countries are establishing specialized cyber forces, such as US Cyber Command or the UK's National Cyber Force. These units are responsible for developing doctrines, conducting offensive and defensive cyber operations, as well as coordinating with intelligence and military branches. Since many critical systems are owned by private firms, effective cybersecurity requires cooperation across public and private sectors. Information sharing platforms, joint exercises, and public-private partnerships help ensure a unified response to cyber threats, enhance situational awareness, and improve national resilience. Critical infrastructure such as energy grids, transportation, finance, and water systems forms the backbone of a modern society and depend heavily on digital control systems. Disruption of any one of these can have far-reaching impacts on economic stability, public safety, and national security. For example, attacks on electric grids can lead to prolonged blackouts, while compromising financial systems can destabilize markets. Cyber attacks on infrastructure are no longer hypothetical. The 2021 Colonial Pipeline ransomware attack in the US led to fuel shortages and panic buying across several states. Similarly, cyber intrusions into healthcare systems can delay patient care or even put lives at risk. These examples show that digital threats can have very tangible, real-world effects. Building cybersecurity into the design and operation of critical infrastructure is essential. This includes not only robust defenses and incident response capabilities but also backup systems, manual override options, and training exercises to ensure readiness. Nations must adopt a layered defense strategy and invest in both technology and workforce development to enhance their resilience to these evolving threats. Artificial intelligence is transforming how threats are identified and mitigated. AI can monitor network activity in real time, detect anomalies, and even take autonomous actions to stop an attack. Its ability to analyze large datasets helps predict potential vulnerabilities and preemptively shore up defenses.
AI is also used to launch sophisticated offensive cyber operations. Deepfake technology can fabricate convincing videos to spread misinformation or discredit political figures. AI-powered bots can influence public opinion on social media, amplifying propaganda or sowing discord during elections and crises. The use of AI in cyber warfare raises significant ethical dilemmas. Questions arise around accountability when AI systems make independent decisions, especially if those decisions lead to unintended harm. There are also concerns about arms races in AI-powered cyber tools and the potential misuse by authoritarian regimes or rogue actors. Unlike conventional warfare, cyber operations lack universally accepted laws and treaties. This regulatory vacuum allows states and non-state actors to operate in legal gray zones, complicating international accountability. Attempts to apply existing international law often fall short, due to the unique nature of cyberspace. The United Nations Group of Governmental Experts and Open-Ended Working Group have initiated discussions to promote responsible state behavior in cyberspace. Their work includes recommendations for transparency, cooperation, and non-interference in critical infrastructure, though consensus remains limited. Identifying the true source of a cyber attack is often difficult due to the use of proxy servers, anonymization tools, and false flags. This hampers efforts to hold perpetrators accountable under international law and raises the risk of misattribution and unintended escalation. Building cyber peace requires international collaboration on legal frameworks, information sharing, and incident response. Multilateral treaties, cyber diplomacy, and confidence-building measures can help foster norms that reduce the risk of cyber conflict and promote stability in digital domains. The future of cyber warfare will likely be shaped by emerging technologies.
Autonomous weapons, integrated with AI, could independently identify and engage targets in cyberspace, raising concerns about accountability and decision-making ethics. Zero-day vulnerabilities, exploits unknown to software vendors, will continue to be critical assets for both state and non-state actors. Additionally, the rise of cyber militias, patriotic hackers or decentralized activist groups, will blur the lines between civilians and combatants, complicating attribution and rules of engagement. As cyber threats transcend national borders, cooperation among nations is essential to build resilience and reduce escalation risks. Shared threat intelligence, joint cybersecurity drills, coordinated law enforcement efforts, and diplomatic engagement are vital to maintaining global cyber stability. Without unified efforts, cyber conflict could spiral beyond control, affecting global economies and security. Governments, international bodies, private sector players, and civil society must collectively advocate for and implement robust global cybersecurity frameworks. These should include binding norms, transparent governance structures, capacity building for developing nations, and mechanisms for crisis de-escalation. Cybersecurity must be treated as a global public concern, with shared responsibility for safeguarding digital peace and progress.
Thank you for your time and support. Please subscribe to my channel for such informative and explanatory videos on different topics.